looks like everything should be up and running here. So as you can tell by the title of the video here, we got another Black Templar Bulwark player. Bulwark player. But yeah, so anyways, again, we're gonna be, this time, instead of fighting the Tyranids, we're gonna be taking it to the Sons of Horus and that, because they're filthy traitors and they need to be dealt with. Real quick, we're gonna run right down through everything here. Got some feedback going on. There we go, that should be better. So, in terms of the armor pieces, most of it has been geared towards Black Templar, or something that would look a little bit better with it. The only actual piece of Deathwatch armor that we're wearing is going to be the left shoulder pauldron. Other than that, we're just keeping everything that we have from the actual Bulwark class itself. But we did try to go with as much religious symbolism as we could. So we got some crosses on there. Of course, we also have the emblem for the Black Templars, and Our Lady of Death there will be protecting us, hopefully. As for the actual build itself here, let's take a look. Pretty standard Bulwark class setup. So we do have, let's see here, we got Intimidating Aurora, which anytime you get a perfect parry, we're going to be able to essentially kind of, I believe it's that. Let me just double check here. Okay, no. So yeah, whenever we do get perfectly timed parry, there's a small area of effect, kind of pulse that goes out. You really don't see it, but it does damage some of these smaller enemies around you. Well, it damages everything, but can maybe take out some of the smaller ones. We also have Shock and Awe, which enemies that are in our shock area and that are going to take a little bit more damage, which actually matches up perfectly with defensive advantage. So anytime that we get a perfectly timed parry or block, we essentially drop a free shock grenade that's on the field for about, well, as you can see, 30 seconds in that. Or I'm sorry, it's on the field for 5 seconds, but it cools down rather quick at 30. Then in terms of our team buff, we are going to be taking 20% less health damage from Terminus style enemies. So if we're going to be fighting Chaos here, I think really that's just going to be the Hellbrute, and then there will be one boss that we'll be dealing with. The other ones I don't think are too bad, but I think this is definitely the way to go, especially on some of these higher difficulties. I know we're going to be playing on the one that gets us the purple stuff. I can't recall what that is offhand. In terms of gear, though, we do have Focus Strength. It used to run Rapid Regeneration. However, with it only lasting for 5 seconds, I wasn't really a huge fan of that. Kind of prefer Focus Strength just a little bit. Overall, I'm not too wild on like any of these perks. I think you can pick any of them and they will work just fine. Then we also have Invigorating Icon, which is going to allow all of our squad members to get back their contested health and that for a chance of essentially a free health kit. And then we also have a rejuvenating effect, so if anybody does go down, we can simply just drop our banner, instantly res them. And then we also have emergency countermeasure, which again, we're going to be dropping a shock grenade every time we completely lose all of our armor. As for the weapons itself, we are going to be using the new Neo Volcolite pistol. We're going to be using the Gathlamore Crusade, I believe is how it's pronounced. We're going to be using just the base version of that. This is the one that I personally kind of feel works the best. You do lose like, I think it's like half a point worth of damage, but in exchange you get 30 extra rounds in the magazine, and then an additional 150 on top of it. Here are our perks. Pretty standard setup for this. In terms of our sword, again, we are going to be using the relic version. This is the fencing style, and then we do have the DLC skin here from the new Dark Angels pack that just came out. But yeah, again, here's our perk tree. I probably will go back and redo this one at some point, but as of now, it's been working. Haven't had any issues with it, but I'm sure it could be a little bit better. But overall, that's our build. We're gonna go jump into a couple games here real quick, see how we can make do with it. We're at least going to do 2 missions here. We might do another one. We'll see where it goes. We are going to team up with random, so we're going to hope that we can get the Bulwark. Hopefully we can get in there quick enough that we'll be the lobby host. But we're going to start with the Reliquary, and then we're going to go to Fall of Trees. Looks like we already got into a game, so we're going to kind of hope Bulwark isn't taken. If not, we'll just find something else that works. We do have a couple classes that I would like to work on with some of the weapons. Mostly the heavy, because I am working on the kind of heavy plasma rifle there. I believe I only have 2 more in the relic category to max out, and then most of the time whenever I've jumped into missions on the lethal difficulty, I can get Bulwark. So we're going to take it. Yeah, most of the time whenever I jumped into missions on lethal and that assault, and Bulwark are usually already taken. And at least from what I've seen, Heavy's kind of the other one that tends to work pretty good. I have thought about trying Vanguard out, but at the time just didn't really have
The system appears offline. A fresh fusion core should suffice.
shocker. Do love a lot of the executions in this game. They're just so
The rest of fusion.
I am kind of surprised to see them go back retroactively. Add that new enemy there. Yeah, it looks like he's on a hoverboard.
We require
Fortunately,
passage.
I don't think Bulwark necessarily does the best. Not that any health. Of course, that new enemy does have different dynamics.
faithful bones lie. Slumber promised to war. Browsing catafalque. Ignobility index too high. Seeking another candidate.
What needs grappling? For only so long, brother.
To be remembered in death is the reward of a life well spent. Scanning sarcophagus. Records redacted by order of the Holy Inquisition. Slumber in peaceful rest. Subject does not meet required parameters. Restarting search.
One thing that always does throw me off about playing against the Chaos Marines is I feel like the actual Space Marines themselves don't do a whole lot of melee attacks. Which kind of for this class setup, if you can get one of those perfect parries and get like a little shot drop, that damage does add up quite a bit. Sorry, I'd have to say this is the worst part of the mission.
Pardon our trespass.
It looked like some of our team were lower level. That could definitely.
The Imperium weeps not.
Not saying that I want this game and that to be easy, but I do kind of notice, unless your weapons are right on tier with the quality that you're playing on,
Heldrake on the field!
it does make you kind of feel a
Heldrake
little
wants to hunt. The foul beast goads us.
that there will be a little boss fight at the end of this one. Really not that hard. but it kind of shows.
Balefire sears body and spirit. Take shelter and hold tight until clear. Crispy skins mouth. Here it comes. The Helldrake is going to spew its vile flame. Avoid its infernal. Not what
That'll
you feel
be
that
something.
creature's burn.
Kind of curious about, so I would have to say, I think the old Black Templars, they might be my personal. Well, they're in a tie. They're in a tie for second. Old Daddy Gilliman was always first. Probably my favorite as a newbie in this franchise, but I would say there is something so cool about kind of the Dark Templars. I like the whole fact that, you know, they came from a pretty respected space Marine Legion. Kind of went off and did their own thing there.
Flames take me, brothers.
Especially the whole fact that, you know, with a lot of these other legions really adhering to Codex Astartes and that, they kind of basically gave a big fuck you to it. You know, decided, hey, we're going to have as many members as we want to. Also going to worship the Emperor as if he's a god, even though he very explicitly said he did not want them.
Spoiled by that war.
This sanctum is profaned by darkness.
We're just gonna go check here real quick and make sure Gene C is
glass bears a sigil.
Praise be to the Omnissiah. Interact with corresponding sigil to perform cleanse.
Our thanks to the saint. And now we shall fell the Helldrake and destroy the warp. The Helldrake makes its last stand here. Use every tactic to slay the beast. Our quarry and our objective are within our grasp. To war, battle brothers! Saint Mankind's relics were known to stay off walking. The match. Release the cleavers!
Kind of pick up an easy block.
Correct sigils, members.
Time to man.
Relics are responding. Hold fast, brothers! Carriers. Both living scuffles. The saintly relic smell the taint of corruption. Symbol linked with our intention to attack. The saint's symbol. What sigils do we see? Symbol linked with our intention. The Helldrake makes war against us. Seek the incandescent symbol, brothers! It seeks the cleavers! Correct sigils, brothers. The saint symbols harmonize. Shoot it now! None. Might as well be tossing nutrient paste. Hold fast, brothers! Saint Mankind's relics were known to stave off war. It Seek the cleavers! Loathsome heretics. They shall soon be destroyed. Hold fast, brother! Damn those carapace. Our bolts do not even
Fortunately,
leave scuff marks.
Other teammates who have lanes and
Evade extension! Relics are responding.
could potentially get enough damage. Probably just activating this last one. So, not probably be able to far that.
Correct sigils, please. Wait!
Not the best run on that. Fortunately, admittedly, I was making a lot of mistakes. I've been playing the heavy a lot lately, and I'm not gonna say this, but there are some slight differences to the melee system between the heavy and also the bulwark. Plus, playing a lot of the Tyranid missions of the way that Chaos does kind of conduct combat does differ a lot from the Tyranids. We've got that out of our system now, so should be good. We did take a lot of damage, but surprisingly we did phenomenal in everything else. Okay. Maybe it was worth it. So, I think though we are going to back out and get ourselves a new lobby here. We're just gonna go right into it here. So we're just gonna start it on our end and see if we get hopefully some good teammates. Not saying that the last ones were bad. I do think some of their gear was under leveled, but we made it through, and really that's the most important thing here. Would say this was one of the first missions that I ever went to do solo. And it was definitely underleveled when I did it. In the last little section of where you'll see it here, you have to kind of guide in a line of cart. Definitely threw me off, and definitely not one of the first operations to play when you're still just kind of starting out and we're severely underleveled. I don't know if this is a very popular mission, so I think unless we start seeing people join, we might try and grab everything that we can. We're starting off
We
pretty
shall
strong.
not
Already
falter
got some armory data. I think that will put us back up to 20 for that. We do have some. That'll be nice because I do suspect we'll be having a hell brood at some point. We'll see. Some of the mini bosses I don't feel like are, in particular, the Bulwark's strength. I feel like Bulwark does really, really good at doing a lot of crowd control and being a nice little support member for the team. There are definitely better classes when it comes to some bosses. Look like we have another assault. There's definitely should be getting help spawn here. Since this thing does go through. Both. We'll take the shock grenades. We'll say that is one of the things about playing Bulwark. It is always kind of nice that you can use your ability kind of act as never-ending supply of health packs for teammates. We are going to grab that. Just because if we do find the gene seed, I think I'll probably be the one to grab it. Figure it out, you can see it. A nice little trick though on some of the higher difficulties, so speaking of stims in that. If you ever do receive like a, I believe it's a grievous wound or like a fatal injury, I forget what the exact title of it is in here. But if you do have a bulwark drop the banner and you use stim, as long as they have the perk that allows you to potentially regain all of your contested health, and then you immediately pop a stim, because you move back up to full health, actually lose that grievous wound suffer. Kind of like a poor man's guardian realm.
Into the breach once more. My war gear is...
Switch over to this cracker needs because here is game spots. We can get Hellbrute to spawn and... No, never mind. I'm sorry. I'm thinking a little ahead. This here is like Easy Street.
The vessel has a more glorious vessel. The engine
You have one of our honored brothers there.
Our Magnus scum have been relentless in their attempts to deplete my ammunition.
So I'll be honest, I really didn't know a whole lot about Warhammer up until I started playing Space Marine, but after really going down that rabbit hole, some of the lore involved is just phenomenal. Especially with the Dreadnoughts like the touch right there. Essentially, they are Space Marines that receive a really grievous injury or like right on the brink of death. Essentially, kind of imprisoned. There's a populace right there. And, you know, they're hooked up essentially to that entire body, and that becomes their new body, but a lot of times they have been previously wounded. I think I've read some of the lore stories in that where it's really just like guy's spinal system and maybe like a few organs and his brain and all that. That's kind of it. I guess a lot of times they have to be put into stasis when they're not immediately active because drive them nuts. They're essentially, you know, put into comas and that, and the only time they're awakened are to deal with threats. So, understandably, you know, some of the happiest campers, but at least in this series, it is considered an honor placed inside the Dreadnought. Saying chose this universe. Death if there is any way to squeeze just a little bit more life out of something, the Imperium definitely make it happen.
Any enemy forces from following you.
I think I was talking during the siege, but
Proceeding to Crane.
one of the things I always kind of find funny about the Dreadnoughts, not just in this game, but also in the lore in that, you did get to kind of hear a brief little example of it, but it almost sounded like our buddy back there was kind of annoyed that, you know, they weren't actually sending enough enemies towards him, that he was in danger of running out of ammo.
Repel the oncoming heretic forces.
It almost seemed like the amount of guys that they were throwing at him, he kind of considered more of a nuisance because of that. One of the other things that this game is praised for, lore-wise, as you may notice, when you've been executing these Chaos Space there is no, like, physical body to it, really. It's almost more of like a dust. Forget what it is, but I do know sorcerers, on the other hand, are a little bit different because they still have like blood and everything else like that. And apparently there's an in-lore explanation for it. I can't recall exactly what it is. But I do know a lot of hardcore fans, whenever they noticed that, they were pretty impressed that they got that detail right. Stays alive. So there we go. Actually, perfect. There's the sorcerer. So, fortunately, did not want to watch here. See, he's actually got a body. Space Marines. Don't. Again, if you are just starting the game, that is like a free little trick that you can do. If you just reselect your loadout, it will refill your ammo for free.
Impediments removed.
Which is very nice because on some of these higher up difficulties in that, you are limited when it comes to the ammo box. Definitely enjoy it while you can. Once you start playing listen, lethal in that there is only a set number that there's a set amount of ammo that you can grab. I believe it's this spot here, and there's another room after here, and those have been so far the most likely spawns for that help. If it's going to be here, I think we've already kind of passed its spawn. Something.
The Emperor sees. Preparing disciplinary report.
Chaos equivalent of our dreadnoughts.
The Imperium. Execute Iron Hand.
I feel bad. I feel like we're blocking some of our heavy shots. Definitely don't mean to do that because I have been on receiving that so many times, especially using that plasma caster. It's such a really powerful weapon. It does have a lot slower of a fire rate, so you're getting in some of those charge stops, and your teammate steps in your way. Definitely frustrating.
Rally, brothers! Repel the assault! Eradicate heretics with extreme prejudice. The Magnus and Templar! Enemies of the Imperium! Avenging Angel! The minions of the Archway. Enhanced tactic ready.
The engine should provide sufficient lift, but the vessel's fusion batteries are fully depleted. There's no charge to start the ship's...
Vessel's hard. Beginning servo carriage escort. We will escort the fusion battle unit. We appear to have reached the Well done, brothers. Templars must maintain a secure perimeter. Awaiting orders.
like the team was fairly balanced, so take it. I think what we'll do is we'll jump over here to decapitation and I hope that there's a bulwark slot left open for us, and I think we're going to take it. Worked out just perfect. So within the confines of the game here,
The leader beast will not make it past us, Lord Akaran.
Such divine magnificence.
foolish munitions. Rally point reached, Lord Akaran. Charge is wired.
sharp men. Plan can execute.
Aye, sir.
Such illustrious... We've got a handle on these probing strikes. Target that big. Is this a... May the Emperor guide our lasguns to your... Eighth, show the Emperor's angels what we are made of! Swarms on the bridge! Put a pile up below! Don't let them climb!
If they move as one, so shall we! Let us kill the ugly bastard!
Such an atrocity!
Detonation complete. Talassa to Delta. Hines have got this filth properly. Titus, can you elaborate? We hear you, Command. It will be done. Stubborn bastard really is still kicking. We are after the Xenos Overlord. It cannot run forever. Damn it! Nothing is getting through. We are in the dead zone. Our duty remains unchanged. Forward! Injectors. The Xenos leader bescales the building. Take to the roof.
Dispensing stims. Fresh munitions. Thank you, brother. All specs prime.
Rally on me, Dragons! Here we come, you spiteful bastard! bringing a new trophy back to the battle barge, Lieutenant.
Alrighty there, well, it looks like that's gonna be the end of our stream here. So we're able to knock out 3 operations here. Thank you for watching, whether that be on the stream or if you're checking it out on YouTube. And if you are on YouTube and you made it this far into the video, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that other really fun stuff. We are still going to be doing different, TCG openings. We're still going to be doing Pokemon. We're still going to be doing Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. But I figured this would be another way that I could bring some content to the channel, just through a lot of the games I like to play, stuff like that. But yeah, we'll catch you next time. We are going to be having another Pokemon update coming on Wednesday here, as well as the Shiny Rayquaza event coming on the 19th. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you next time.